What's good, y'all? K-Rob B. Nyce back at it again. Button Bashers and Bash and React this time. Our first wrestling reaction video. Prime Vince McMahon was evil. Alright, this is from Wrestlingifs. Shout out to Pab on his channel. WWE for almost 40 years. Obviously, if you know anything now, he basically played himself out of the business. And we're not even getting all that, but...
all that dirt got dug up.
Yeah, we ain't about to get into all that. You know, I read those texts. But this video... He had some peak years of bull. He was on some next level stuff, whether it was having his employees kiss his bare on live TV, making his do tricks, having his daughter kidnapped, putting his wife in a catatonic state, beating God on pay-per-view. Y'all in for a really good one, man. Dude was out of pocket.
Yeah, and you'll also hear a little bit of background talk. Got my cousin Hunter back here.
Yep.
Wanted to hang out with us today, and you might see him in an upcoming vid coming with some card games and stuff.
Yeah, this young man right here is also my daughter's uncle, so shout out to him. Appreciate you hanging out, brother.
You being here, Hunter.
Yeah. So
let's get into it.
Get into this.
Oh my gosh! I'm sorry, we can't watch ads. We don't have ad revenue for us yet.
No, not yet.
I feel bad.
Vince McMahon was a constant presence
the
on
intro.
WWE television. He would always appear doing interviews and commentary and was the voice of the company, and yet most viewers had no idea he was also the owner of the company. But by 1999,
you don't want people to know.
Everyone knew he was the owner of the company, and he was full-fledged the most evil character in wrestling. He was 54 years old and went
he was.
to looking like this. He was so oily, it didn't make any sense, and the Mr. McMahon character was having full.
Remember whenever I finally saw him without his suit on, I was like, my goodness.
Yeah.
Bang! Oh!
CEO of a Fortune 500 company doing that.
Yeah.
It's me, Austin!
He even got his son involved in the beef and was having handicap ladder matches, and by the end of the year, he was also the WWE champion. What a lifestyle. All of that was already insane, but the thing about Mr. McMahon was, the more he was on television, the older he got,
the worse it got.
This guy got. See, 99 and 2000, Mr. McMahon was iconic, right? They were special times. But the thing is, as the years went by,
hey, SmackDown, know your role, or just bring it.
Vince was wilding. He went further and further and crazier. And there are 4 years in the 2000s that are perfect examples of this. We begin in 2001, the beginning of prime Mr. McMahon. So as 2001 began, Vince had already told Linda that he wanted a divorce. He broke Linda's heart so badly that she actually had a mental breakdown and needed to be placed in a mental institution. But every time Stephanie would beg him, he would just kind of be like, sounds like a personal problem to me.
Smashing Trish Stratus.
There he goes. One of the worst dads in cartoons.
Randy Marsh, trash.
Doesn't every 50-year-old man do that? Well, yeah, but he goes above and beyond as is tradition for the Big Mac Man. Because eventually he starts taking trips to Linda to flaunt her, and then he finds out that his wife, Linda McMahon, is in a comatose state, meaning that she's in a state of deep unconsciousness for a prolonged period. So, this maniac takes Linda, who's in a wheelchair, basically unconscious, and does this in front of her, just going crazy, tongue and mouth and everything, and Linda is just there, his real-life wife, just being.
They were married 31 years by then.
Vince was just out here for
He's a monster.
Oh, not the bark like a dog. That's trash. Unapologetically though, this match actually kicked ass. It had all the gaga you want, but yeah. Oh, that pop! Oh my god.
Got what he used.
Yeah. But that's the one mark that he always kept in mind. No matter what, at the end of the day, he always got his.
Yeah.
Like a proper villain.
Maybe he can finally relax, just be the boss, do his thing, just go back to normal.
When was this?
But no.
01.
When did he make this video?
Oh, I want to say last year.
Last year? Okay, so it was before the whole Vince McMahon.
Oh yeah. The Kiss My Club.
Yeah.
Everybody loves to kiss their bosses.
But the thing was, this was just the beginning. See, if you thought 2001 Vince was wild, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you 2003 Vince McMahon. The year that Vince had beef with Hulk Hogan, the year he
Also,
tried to kill
here comes
Hulk
the pain,
Hogan,
goated.
the year he stabbed Hulk Hogan with a pen and then signed the contract in his blood. What a special year in the life of Vince McMahon this was. So in 03, Vince goes to WrestleMania jacked and oilier than ever, has a match with Hogan, and where for some reason he jumps off a ladder through an announce table because apparently he's Jeff Hardy now, and then goes full horror iconic scene all in one match. But the problem was, he lost that match to Hogan. And this was the worst thing that could have ever happened to this man, because this is when he truly lost all of his marbles. And I think a lot of people forgot
He already had his marbles lost, it was just
2003
more blatant.
McMahon truly was. So first he fires Hogan and tells him you're never allowed back here, and finally Vince is happy. He's relieved that he doesn't have to worry about Hogan anymore. But the problem was the next week Mr. America. And for some reason, nobody knows why to this day, Vince had gone so crazy by then, he was so
He is not Hulk Hogan.
Mr. America was Hulk Hogan. So he makes it his personal vendetta to embarrass Mr. America and prove to the world that he's Hulk Hogan. So he ends up taking a lie detector test with Mr. America to prove he's Hogan. But nah, according to the lie detector test, Mr. America isn't Hogan, and instead, well, we find this out. I am
No pervert.
So Mr. America ends up befriending a 20-year-old kid
Zach Gowen.
who only has one leg. The poor kid had lost his leg at the age of 8 years old due to cancer. But Vince sees this, and he makes it his mission to destroy this poor kid's life. The kid already only had one leg, but for Vince that was one too many. So first he challenges the kid to an arm wrestling match, right? And that's fine, that's normal. Until you see Vince, and I'm telling you, he was even more jacked and oilier than ever. So he starts losing the arm wrestling match, and he ends up kicking the kid in the one leg that he does have, makes him leave the ring, and then starts mocking his limp. But yo, that was just the beginning, because every week Vince would basically torture this poor kid. Every single week, at least once a week, and twice when there was a pay-per-view, this 58-year-old man was destroying this one-legged kid's life. Literally for no reason. This poor kid didn't do anything.
So when they actually had their pay-per-view match, Zach Gowen interviewed years later, and he talked about he gave Vince a straight chair shot to the head, and he asked him, he said, "You want me to go easy on you?" He's like, "I don't want to hurt you." He goes, "If you take it easy on me, you're fired."
Oh shit! Here we go
He said you only
again.
get one shot.
Oh, of course.
Yep.
Got Brock Lesnar to do something for him.
When Vince gaslit Brock Lesnar.
So now it's late 2003, right? Vince has bought WCW, Austin is retired, Hogan is gone.
Oh,
the
next victim,
one-legged kid has
Stephanie
no legs.
McMahon.
He has Sable as a side piece. Life is good, life is set. He's a billionaire. He can finally relax and chill and just do his own thing. But nah, instead he has to go beef his own daughter on live pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Yes, this was a real match,
that you had to pay money for.
I would show clips, but I'm not trying to get demonetized.
Yeah,
It's
facts.
a normal match. No, why would we keep it a normal match? They made it an
I Quit match.
Vince McMahon versus
If
Stephanie
Stephanie
McMahon.
quit, she had to quit as GM of SmackDown. If Vince had said I quit, he would he would quit as owner.
Stephanie's mom watching at ringside, enjoying this 5-star classic masterpiece. Like, yo, it doesn't make any sense.
And imagine, this was their way of writing her out of TV so she could get married.
Definitely, there is nobody safe from the match.
Next month?
Yeah, this time she's getting married to Triple H.
2 months later, he was giving her away.
In charge of a billion-dollar company who answered stakeholders, who was the boss, and just happened to be doing this at the exact same time. He could do whatever he wanted in his own company, on his own television show, and this was the stuff that he wanted to do. Now,
Just wait till 2006.
Huh?
2005,
Okay, 1 year beforehand.
Done. It came, it went. He had his beefs, did his thing. It's gone. By 2005, Vince had finally calmed down a bit, to be honest. He's finally kind of normal now, and if anything, when he came out on TV, he wasn't really the evil boss. If anything, he was getting cheered by most of the fans.
But Shawn Michaels said something that set Vince off.
Right? It makes sense. He had just formed both of his squads on
Oh, that shit's hilarious. Okay, so at the end of the 2005 Royal Rumble, John Cena and Batista both went over the top rope at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah, beefing with God.
It makes no sense. Vince has
But Vince came down there and he blew both his quads going to the ring. So he was barking orders sitting there with, and he didn't sell it to anybody. He walked, Vince McMahon. But yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But, and thankfully that league is now doing much better. He did reopen it and then he sold it to The Rock.
More people bought the Royal Rumble that year than WrestleMania.
But WrestleMania 19 is goated though, it's so good.
And then he tears
Yep.
both his quads on live pay-per-view in 2005. A total freak accident. It's an accident. It happens.
But yeah, he
Because didn't he smack his quads on the ring when he was running up into it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Rough.
And in 2006, I don't even
But he wouldn't let anyone see he was hurt.
Yep.
HBK had beef with Shawn
Hey,
Michaels,
quad tears,
but
man.
HBK didn't have a partner, and Vince really wanted to have a match. You know, he just really wanted to have one, and he couldn't make it a 3-on-1 match. No, that's unfair. So being the kind, generous man that Vince is, he gave Shawn Michaels the greatest.
Playing off the fact that Shawn had become a born-again Christian.
And look how nice Vince
Yeah,
was.
look.
He even gave him a
Look at his
special
tag
entrance
partner.
and everything. But at the end of the day, even that
He told him to get, he told God to get jiggy with it.
So for the rest of humanity, as long the world exists, as long as the universe exists, as long as wrestling is a thing, in the wrestling history books, it will forever say this. Nah, man, life is just a simulation.
Vince beat God.
Absolutely nothing is off limits for Vince.
Oh, never forget this.
Explain this picture over here. So that was 06, right? How could
He said the N-word in front of Booker T.
06, how could he top
And his wife.
He somehow found a way in 07. So at WrestleMania 23 in 2007, Vince was in the middle of the ring. He lost his match and in front of 8,000. He's depressed. He has shaving everywhere. And worst of all,
Hey, that match sold that WrestleMania.
was down so bad. You know,
Now he looks like a mobster.
This is the Big Mac man. He can't be like this. He can't be depressed. He needed to get his swagger back. He needed to get his mojo back, and he needed to be the man once again. So what does he do? Well, he starts wearing
Do-rag Vince. Yeah.
He got the swag walk.
Not even knowing how that the do-rag is a practical hair care product for black men.
Holy
It wasn't Trish, it wasn't Sable or his little club that he had on the side. All he needed to be happy in life was a do-rag and the ECW championship. Yo, he would just go around and be the biggest troll. The way he would walk, the way he would talk, the way he would...
Holmes.
Look at this. This was a fit that would make Cameron jealous. The 07 do-rag Vince was just that guy. Excuse me while I...
Whip it out.
He would say whatever he wanted to. He would go on to ECW.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
All these former ECW champions, you know, these legends of the business, legends of the company, and RVD goes like, "You're making a mockery of the ECW championship," and Vince just goes like, "You're right, I am." This was like the evil version of Prison Mike come to life. Vince was in the cut. He had his own special handshakes now. He'd be doing some weird things with his hands. Championship and his do-rag more than he loved anything. He loved his do-rag. And his
He loved his do-rag.
I downloaded a do-rag Vince on last year's game. Awesome.
He was just the biggest meme. So Vince loved that championship more than
Face.
he loved anything. So when he lost that belt, he was so depressed, he was so sad that the man forgot how to talk.
Yeah, I
He
remember
basically
this.
became Linda McMahon in 2001, so I guess karma is real. This man forgot how to talk, and he would just sit there in his rocking chair, just
Old man Vince.
Get
off my lawn.
so depressed, he was down so bad that he faked his own death. I don't think anyone
Never
will
forgets.
ever forget being a kid and turning on Raw and watching, and this is just what they end up seeing. Nah, man, I'm done. I can't. Just insane.
That's a good cut.
Insane. Prime Mr.
Yeah, it was so well done. It was hard to.
Yeah, hard to see the.
They still have that car at their warehouse.
I can believe it. They're never going to get rid of it.
Is it really your character? No, not at all. But Vince, in those 4 years, in my opinion, in 01, 03, 06, and 07, we will never ever.
Because yeah, Lord knows he loved to humiliate JR.
Maybe for good reason. How was this even allowed in the first place? Yo, this
It's
was
his
such
company.
an easy time to grow up, right? Like, we
Yeah.
were kids, and we would
When
do
you
it to
call all the
watch
shots,
wrestling,
you
and
gotta
this
make
was
'em.
the part-
Call the shots, but you also throw
You
'em.
would do whatever you wanted, say whatever you wanted, and yo, you knew when Vince was on TV and you were a kid, you were probably watching something that you shouldn't be watching. But once upon a time, this was normal. Yo,
Yeah.
so
Mhm.
even though we ran down this, we saw the pictures, we saw the
Yeah, there he is, do-rag.
It still feels so surreal. Prime
That
Mr.
walk
McMahon
just gets me.
was just insane. That is the best way to put it. What a time it was to be alive. In the comments down below, let me know your personal wildest memory of Vince McMahon when you
My
were watching
gosh.
back in the day. What
Much
was
arm
the
movement
one
can you
moment
get?
that just made your jaw go on the floor and you were just there like, yo, whoa, what is going on? But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. It's your boy Pav, aka Wrestlingifs. I'll catch you guys on the next
So
one.
do-rag Vince.
Nah, Dad, do-rag Vince was super out of pocket. He had his daughter kidnapped by the Undertaker.
Yep.
Near forceful marriage.
We've seen that.
Yeah, I'll never damn forget that one. Of course, the reveal of the higher power. It's me, Austin. Aw, son of a bitch.
all along.
That was so stupid, dumb. There were so many. And in 2005, he threw Eric Bischoff in a garbage truck. But nah, dude, it was time for you to go along. It was
Yeah.
a long time ago, but you did it to yourself.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
You on
Did it to yourself.
you on some other shit. But if you like this one, if you want to see more wrestling reaction videos, holler at us, like, comment, subscribe, click the bell, tell all your friends. We're good looking dudes, we're funny. Button bashers, we out of here. That was fun.
Shout out to Hunter. You might
Yeah.
see him in an upcoming
And you
video.
just might see this young man right here hanging out with us a little more often, so we'll see you in the next one.
Depends on him though. Just background hunt. Okay, now let's do the intro.
I like that.